MSOL, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, Chief Guest for today's Convocation Ceremony, followed by the faculties, KIRIT, MEHTA School of Law.
Thank you, everyone.
Once again, a very good morning, everyone. I, Dr. Parmila Dhiman,
I, Dr. Vrinda Mohan,
welcome you all to the ceremony, Convocation Ceremony of SVKM's NMIMS KIRIT P. MEHTA School of Law 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2024. It is an immense honor to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate a remarkable milestone in the lives of our graduating law students. Today, we commemorate not just the culmination of years of rigorous study, late-night research, and relentless dedication, but also the beginning of a new chapter filled with boundless opportunities and responsibilities. To the graduating class, today is a tribute to your unwavering commitment and the countless hours you have devoted to mastering the principles of justice, ethics, and the law. Each of you have navigated a challenging journey with tenacity and grace, and it is a testament to your perseverance that we are here to celebrate your success. Today, as we honor your achievements, let us also acknowledge the support and encouragement of your family, friends, and mentors who have stood by you throughout this journey. Their belief in you has been a source of strength and motivation, and their pride in your accomplishments is a testament to the incredible person you have become. Congratulations, graduates of the remarkable batch of 2024. The world awaits your impact, and we are excited to see the remarkable contribution you will make. Today is a celebration of your hard-earned achievements, and it marks the beginning of a future that is as bright and promising as you dare to imagine. Thank you, and once again, congratulations.
In keeping with our tradition of honoring the excellence and give this convocation ceremony an auspicious beginning and invoke the Almighty, I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, Dr. Durgamini Patel, Dean, Dr. Akshaya Desai, and Dr. Pramila Dhiman to please proceed to light the ceremonial lamp. I request the audience, please stand for the lighting of the lamp and Saraswati Vandana.
वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा
Please remain standing for NMIMS Anthem. Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats. Now I request Dean Ma'am to kindly declare the convocation open.
Hello. I declare the convocation of KPMSOL 2024 as open. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
It is now my privilege to introduce our chief guest for today's Convocation Ceremony 2024, Dr. K.P. Krishnan. Sir has served in the Indian Administrative Services for 37 years. In his IAS career, he has served in various positions in the Government of Karnataka, Government of India, and at the World Bank. In the Government of India, he has served in key roles in the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Department of Economic Affairs, and the Prime Minister's Economy Advisor Council. In these positions, he served on the boards of large PSU banks as well as boards of statutory regulatory authorities. In parallel with his government career, Dr. Krishnan has been a strong researcher and an academician. He held the prestigious work visiting Professorship of Regulation at the University of Pennsylvania Law School in 2012-13. He also served as the IEPF Chair Professor of Economics at the National Council of Applied Economics Research, New Delhi, and as Honorary Research Professor at the Center for Policy Research, New Delhi. At present, he is an independent director on the boards of Shri Ram Capital Private Limited, Dr. Reddy's Laboratories Limited, Tata Consumer Product Limited, and a few not-for-profit institutions working in the area of education and public health. Dr. Krishnan was educated in economics at St. Stephen's College and the law at the campus Law Center, University of Delhi. He joined IIM Bangalore and was also awarded with FPM PhD in economics. It is a great privilege to have you with us today, sir. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. I now request Dr. Durgambani Patel, Dean KPMSOL, to kindly present the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, with a memento as a token of appreciation.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our Dean, Dr. Durgamini Patel, to kindly address the gathering on this special occasion.
The Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, Shri Harshal Shah, the mentor of the school, Shri Bhargavi Zaveri, Shri KIRIT P. MEHTA, we had invited him, most likely he'll come soon. The philanthropist on whose name this school has been given the name KPMSOL, the program chairpersons of all the three programs, LLM, BLLB and BBA LLB, Dr. Vrinda, Dr. Parmila, Dr. Akshaya, all the faculty members present here, my staff of KPMSOL, dear convocating students of all these three programs, and respected parents. The KPMSOL School of Law, which is under the SVKM's NMIMS deemed to be university, was established in the year 2013, is approved by Bar Council of India and aims to provide quality legal education in order to meet the challenges of dynamic and volatile social order of the 21st century based on sustainable development goals. We at the School of Law inculcate and nourish all the professional virtues in a well-calculated manner without undermining social values. My message to my students would be that in this profession, being close to the society and nurturing social value is very, very important. The law school, with global focus, international outreach, dedicates to advance human dignity, socio-economic welfare, justice through knowledge of law. School of Law aspires to be a global center of scholarly excellence in the field of law and justice and aims to prepare outstanding and innovative law professionals with social responsibility, outlook through holistic legal education. Through our values, which we say as professionalism, ethics, academic excellence, diversity, justice, integrity, we cherish these values in our processes and we strive to reach at them. According to Justice Krishna Iyer, profession of law is a noble calling and the members of legal profession occupy a very high status. The main function of legal education is to produce lawyers with social vision. Law is an instrument of social transformation and to achieve justice in true sense. Justice should not only be done, undoubtedly be done, seem to have been done, and actually to have been done. The profession of law, being an instrument of this kind of social engineering, is an omnipresent and omnipotent component of the civilization. And so, the dear convocating students, every time you bloom and breeze of your inspirations and move forward in your profession, spread the fragrance of your existence in such a way that it is beneficial to the human beings around you. Let every achievement of yours be in pursuit of human dignity, justice, enabling you to hold your heads high with pride and contentment. I'm sure our value-based education, deeply engraved in you, will survive the wear and tear of the profession, because the profession is fully competitive and has many challenges. But I pray to Almighty to give you all that strength and to conserve the understanding and the foundation of justice, equity, and good conscience. You use your knowledge to discern between the right and wrong, and the wisdom to extend gratitude towards society and your fellow beings. May God give you all the strength to face all the ups and downs which you may face in your profession and which in fact nurtures you. At KPMSOL, we have immense pride in various accomplishment of our students and faculty. Just quickly going through some of them, otherwise it will take a little long. This year, in this academic year, we had one PhD faculty who had qualified PhD. A book was published and 2 abstracts were published by our faculty. KPMSOL conducted 10 guest lectures by experts with national and international repute. The Center for Research and Conference conducted 4 national and international conferences. The Center of Research also published many papers of the students. KPMSOL signed MOU with Strategy Law Partner, and we have, in pursuant to that, had significant activities in promoting educational deliberation, holding skill development sessions, pre-placement talks, etc. Faculty members have participated in 20 national and international faculty development programs. Faculty members have also been invited as guest lecturers and resource persons on various national and global forums such as Harvard Asia Conference, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Bombay, UGC Human Resource Development Center, Western India Regional Council of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, Institute of Management Accounts, Digital Freedom Summit of Nepal, to name few of them. Faculty members have completed 14 short-term MOOC courses and have also been recipient of grades achieving NEPTEL Star Believer for the sessions held during July to December 2023. One of our faculty ranked among the top 10 percentile globally in the International Teachers Olympiad and top 200 in the International Digital Teachers Olympiad. Faculties of KPMSOL have attended and presented papers in national conferences hosted by NLUs and institutions of eminence reputed such as IIM Sambalpur, VIT AP International Conference held at Harvard Conference, Hong Kong, New Mexico State University, USA, the University of Gulf Canada, Ontario, Canada. 4 of our faculty members have been recipient of Best Research Papers Award. One of the faculty members has also secured first place in Harvard Impact Challenge 2023. We are also elated to announce 17 research papers published by our faculty in reputed Scopus ABDC journals. One of our members has also been granted a research design in the by the Patent Office of the Government of India. In addition, our faculty members have also attended over 20 workshops and national conferences, including prestigious International Lawyers Conference at Vignan Bhavan, Delhi, organized by the Bar Council of India in association with Bar Council of England and Wales, Law Society of England and Wales, and the Commonwealth Lawyers Association. The KPMSOL is proud to have a student community with versatile skills, research and co-curricular and extracurricular activities. 6 of our students have published their research papers indexed in Google Scholar, Hain Online and Manupatra. Some of the most prominent students' achievement include the Karmavir Chakra, a national award for social justice and citizen action, Best Speaker Award at the 4th Gurjit Singh Memorial National Moot Court Competition hosted by NLU Assam, honorable mention for Fali Nariman Best Memorial on behalf of respondent in 21st William S. Swiss East International Commercial Arbitration Moot Court held in Hong Kong. Winners of the annual Virudh tournament hosted by NLU Bhopal. KPM Asole is the first winner trophy in an outstation sports competition, best memorial respondent at the NHRC National Moot Competition, to name the few. We have also hosted prestigious events such as 5th International Moot Court in collaboration with Strategy Law Partners, the first International Negotiation and Mediation Competition in association with Vadya Gandhi, the 5th Intra-Model United Nations Society event, 2nd Novice ADR competition, training workshops for legal aid and support center in collaboration with District Legal Authority and Prerna NGO. We have been at forefront in conducting events mandated by UGC and other government bodies like the Constitutional Day, Gender Sensitization Awareness Program, POSH workshops, and anti-ragging awareness sessions. Our students have also made their mark in events like Solman under the committee of Mansok, Navrang, intercollegiate cultural event, Jashn-e-Pehchan, a college festival which works for different communities like the LGBTQIA+. Placements. This year we have achieved great heights during the placement drive in 2023 as top tier law firms, MNCs, BFSI companies including Shardul Amarchand, Serial Amarchand, AZB, Khaitan, Tri-Legal, Vadya Gandhi, IC Universal Legal, Unilever, Nivea, Crawford Bailey, HDFC Bank, FinSec Law Advisor, and several others have given assessment internship as well as recruitment to some of our students. Several students have personified our efforts by paving their way to prestigious universities like NUS, Singapore, London School of Economics, London, NUV, New York. Our students have also enrolled in court practices and some have pursued international legal career at reputed organization. This year, the highest package received in 2023-24 is 16 lakh per annum, and the average is 7.80 lakhs per annum. The faculties and the students of KPM SOL, as per the need of legal education, have remained very active in curricular, co-curricular, and extension activities. We have about 19 different committees for events and activities in place, and most of them have remained vibrant and dynamic during this year. I conclude by once again congratulating the convocating LLM students of batch 23-24, the BA and BBA LLB students of 2019-24 batch, extend best wishes to proud parents who have played significant role in the lives of the children to support them to chase their dreams. I also extend my gratitude towards Honorable Chancellor Shri Amrish Bhai Patel, the Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Ramesh Patel, Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Maiskar, Dr. Meena Chintamaneni, Additional Registrar Dr. Daptardar and Dr. Chakrabarti for their support and encouragement. We extend a special thanks to Shri Ashish Apte and the team of examination department for their help and support in arranging this convocation. Respected members on dais, I reiterate my humble feelings and gratitudes towards you all, and special thanks to the chief guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, for being with us and traveling all the way from Delhi and joining here. Last but not the least, friends, I know when you depart, you should take all the good things and leave all your, if at all, memories which don't make you happy, leave them behind. And I hope you have a good takeaway of good memories, which will keep you nostalgic always, where you have spent all your 5 years of your life. So dear convocating students, let me tell you that this is not the last day of you at KPM SOL, but the beginning of a new journey wherein the school will remain always yours forever. So please be in touch and never forget us. So these are the few things, and I end here by thanking all of you present over here for this auspicious occasion. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am, for your inspiring and encouraging words. Dear students, we have reached to the moment you have been waiting for, the awarding of degrees. Respected dignitaries on dais, I present before you the students who have passed LLM program, BBA LLB Honors program, and have registered for the convocation and are present here. Now, I request Dr. Akshaya Dekshai to kindly take over the proceedings to call LLM students.
Thank you, ma'am. I request our chief guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, sir, Dr. Durgambini Patel, to kindly hand over the degrees to the students of LLM. Respected dignitaries, I, Dr. Akshaya Desai, present before you 26 students of LLM program in corporate law specialization, starting with Vaishnavi Talekar. Now I present Vaishnavi Talekar. Chinmay Kukani, Mrudula Iyer, Insha Sheikh, Mitali Patni, Prachi Modi, Sneha Manglani, Shivangi, Vaidehi Basa, Nupur Bapat, Anjali Prajapati, Shrishti Patel, Khushbu Soni, Chitrang Gamot, Ronak Kumar Lehrani, Jnaneshwari Bavle, Alisha Sayyad, Madhav Katkar, Pooja Gundalia, Smith Kolako, Alia Sayed, Chaitanya Daptardar, Ketaki Rao, Ankita Ran Singh, Rishikesh Dole, Pratibha Nambudiri. Now I present before you 23 students of Master of Law in Intellectual Property Law specialization, starting with Sneha Meghani. Sneha Meghani. Mansi Rathod. Purnima Bhalwal. Purva Joshi. Aditya Selvaria. Ayushi Garge. Khushbu Kabra. Ayushi Popri. Rohit Yadav, Tina Gori, Shruti Pandey, Shivali Chaudhary, Shivani More, Amit Padwal, Sanoj Dumasia, Pankhuri Mehta, Divyansh Mehta, Tanya Verma, Anagha Pappu, Shivangi Sahu, Sai Kulkarni, Vanshika Desai, Saisha Hinge. Now I would like to call upon Dr. Vrinda Mohan to kindly take over the proceedings. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Akshar Deksai. Respected dignitaries, I, Dr. Vrinda Mohan, present before you 79 students of BA LLB Honours Program, starting with Sharmila Adyandyaya. Madhur Agarwal. Pankaj Ailani. Fatima Ali. Ashutosh Anand. Sainali Badami, Preeta Bang, Abhishek Behera, Ojasvi Bhagat, Anushka Bharadwaj, Prakshil Bargatia, Anushka Barwani, Shan Bhatt, Sarthak Bhattamishra, Aditi Biswas, Bhargavi G. Iyer, Amrita Gijare, Shivani Goyal, Manas Jain, Priyanshu Jain, Priyanshu Jain, Shishir Johari, Annette Johnson, Birali Joisha, Shreya Joshi, Namit Karani, Ananya Kishore, Sritik Kotari, Saurav Kumar, Araji Mishra, Sanjana Mishra, Monisha Mohandi, Shubham Mohapatra, Ahad Mustaba, Pranav Muralidhar, Himani Narula, Sambika Pacholi, Viraj Rayani, Bhakti Rati, Parth Raval, Riya Sachdev, Aman Sangvi, Saurdeep Sarkar, Sevji, Devki Sejpal, Naman Shah, Dharni Sharma, Preetika Shukla, Arohan Pratap Singh, Devam Singh, Ritika Singh, Saumya Singh, Shagun Singh, Snehil Singh, Aditya Sinha, Devan Srivastava, Sankalp Srivastava, Sankalp Tiwari, Aditi Tiwari, Vinayak Tiwari, Khushi Totla, Shilpi Tulsian, Geet Krishnas, Pahul Wadhwa, Nikita Kaushik, Edar Chandrasekhar, Vishaka Chaudhary, Priyanka Dave, Ishan Datta, Pragati Gilda, Chaitanya Sapkal, Abhilasha Degagbala, Bhumika Jain, Chavi Lunia, Krishna Sri S, Vaibhav Juyal, Harshit Jain, Bhargavi Bharadwaj. Mahima Saklecha. Aryan Shah. Sukanya Singh. Thank you. Now I call Dr. Pramila Dhiman to kindly take over the proceedings.
Students, please take your seat. Respected dignitaries, I, Dr. Parmila Dhiman, present before you 105 students of BBA LLB Honours Program, starting with Deepali. Saloni. Srinivas. Vikrant, in absentia. Agarwal Vedant. Agarwala Khushi. Bansal Muskan. Barve Neeraja. Bhargava Daksh. Bhasan Simran. Bhatt Meghna, in absentia. Bhattacharya Aishwarya. Ghazal. Ali Asgar. Chandok Pranav. Chandra Vidyansh. Chattopadhyay Chandrendu. Chaturvedi Letitia. Chauhan Jatin. Chaudhary Shaunak. Das Joyasree, in absentia. Das Mona. Dev Devansh. Devanshi Pratyaksha. Dhoka Ankush. Fernandez Simone. Gandhi Rama. गर्भ प्रज्ञा, Alauddin in absentia, Goswami Arya, Gupta Mani, Gupta Prakhar, Gupta Sukrati, Gupta Tanish, Hussain Atem, Iqbal Faiz, Jain Akshat, Jain Dipanshu, Jain Sejal in absentia, Jain Shivansh Kumar, Jain Siddhant, Chundalikot Alvin, Jhavar Mihir, Joshi Ishita, Joshi Karthik, Joshi Mansi, Joshi Minhas, Joshi Vaidahi, Kanodia Yashasvi, Khandelwal Sarthak, okay. Sanidhi Agrawal, Chakraborty Samantak, Dubey Avni, absentia, Khare Darshit, Kukreja Muskan, Kumari Anushka, Kute Shivang, Madarecha Ritesh, Mahajan Malvika, Maheshwari Unnati, Malik Himag, Mehra Vanshika, Mishra Aditi, Mishra Dipansh, Mishra Shashwat, Parashar Krish, Pargaonkar Rishiraj, sorry. Patel Mitsu, Subhayu, Patel Chandragupt, Patni Kratik, Puranik Ishan, Raman Riddhi, Rathi Nikita in absentia, Rathi Riddhi, Rathor Yash, Aparna Nair, Sachin Somesh, Savan Janvi, Sheikh Rehan, Shandelia Prashant in absentia, Sharma Priyanshi, Shekhawat Ekanksh, Srivastava Somil, Singh Ayushi, Singh Jail, Nikita Singh in absentia, Sinha Aditi, Sinha Yash, Soni Priyanshi, Soni Shivam, Srivastava Priyanshi, Tiwari Sonalika, Abhay, Tiwari Vrinda, Uzair Mohammad Shuja, Vashi Yashvi, Anshuman Verma, Nikhil Verma, Kshitij, Yadav Aman, Bhaskar Malika, Sangoi Sanika in absentia, Maraj Ahmed, Janice Castellino,
Thank you, dignitaries. Thank you so much, students.
kindly be seated. Students, please take your seats. I now request Dr. Durgambani Patel to administer the oath on all who are present here and have been permitted to remain absent. I request all the students present here to kindly stand for the oath and kindly bow and say, I, once Dean Ma'am says, I confer the degrees to all. I request you all, please stand.
So I hope you have understood. After I complete and I say that I confer the degrees on all, you have to say A. By virtue of the power vested in me by the Board of Management of SVKM's NMIMS as Dean of KIRIT P. MEHTA School of Law, I hereby declare all of you who are present and those who are permitted to remain absent are admitted to their respective degrees. I hereby charge you to uphold the dignity and the value of the degree awarded to you by this university in your life and profession. Hence, I confer the degree to all.
I request all the students to kindly stand. Now, ma'am is going to give you sustainability oaths, so you have to repeat after ma'am.
Dear friends, this sustainability oath is now a mandate of UGC, and it is not just a formality, but I think that will somewhere engrave in your life in future. So I begin. I pledge to champion sustainability in all aspects of my life, striving for sustainable, equitable and prosperous world. I will conserve resources, minimize waste, protect biodiversity, while promoting diversity, equity and inclusion. Guided by ethical conduct, moral courage and accountability, I will act with transparency and excellence in governance. With integrity, I commit to uplift humanity and responsibility, stewarding our planet, inspiring others to do the same. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Kindly be seated.
So with this, congratulations to you all. May I have a very big round of applause for our graduating stars? I wish, as you move forward, embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead with the same passion and dedication that brought you to this moment. Be fearless in your pursuit of justice, be compassionate in your interactions, and never forget the ideals that brought you to the study of the law in the first place. We wish you great success. Congratulations once again. Now, I humbly request our today's chief guest, Dr. K.P. Krishnan, to kindly address the gathering.
Respected Dean, Madam Dr. Durgambini Patel, other respected teachers and administrators of the law school and the university, all the assembled parents and young friends, a very good morning to all of you. I am genuinely happy to be here at the KIRIT P. MEHTA School of Law of the NMIMS group and to be able to share my thoughts with all of you today. You are a relatively young law school, and I understand you go back 11 years to 2013. I also gathered in my conversations with the dean and others that the group now has 7 law campuses, and for the duration of its existence, this is truly impressive. When I went to law school, the general approach used to be that this was for most people an exercise to just pass time. Most people were either getting ready to join their family law practice, and those days law used to be a very seriously inherited profession with serious barriers to entry for any new person. And if it wasn't a person going into family practice, it used to be people like me who were getting ready to write competitive examinations. Honestly, the bulk of the schools didn't really offer serious education or a meaningful student life. The KP Mehta Law School is part of this new wave of private law schools that take imparting education very seriously. There is a large number of regular full-time faculty besides practitioners who come and teach you. There is emphasis on attendance. It may come as a surprise to you. Bulk of the times that we were in law school, the students actually didn't even know that there was compulsory attendance. It wasn't ever seriously enforced. Much more electives today for students to choose from, a lot of group projects which are essential. The lives that you will get into will involve a lot of working with others. These are not going to be solo journeys. So group projects, mooting, law clinics, all of these are wonderful. I therefore want to take this opportunity to salute Mr. KIRIT MEHTA, who I understand is a first-generation entrepreneur and a philanthropist with a special focus on education in all his philanthropy activities. I have heard about and read something about the schools that he runs in his native village in Jafarabad in Gujarat, which also impart very high quality education. I don't need to tell this audience, people of Gujarat understand wealth. But what other people don't realize and not always realize is that the wise Gujaratis understand wealth in a much more holistic sense than most others. Centuries ago, our sages said this, and you recall we started with an invocation to Ma Saraswati. Our sages said this centuries ago when in one of their famous Subhashitanis they said, and I'll first say this in Sanskrit and briefly translate it for you. Addressing Saraswati, the sage says, Apurvaha kopi koshoyam vidyate tava bharati vyayato vriddhimayati kshayamayati sanchayat. Translated, it's actually a very, very beautiful expression. It says, addressing Bharati, Saraswati, the corpus of wealth that you hold and that you give is incomparable and wonderful. And why is it incomparable and wonderful? Because this is wealth that grows when you give. This is wealth that grows when you spend. Vyayato vriddhimayati. When you spend, unlike other wealth, this wealth grows. And more important, kshayamayati sanchayat. It shrinks if you hold it back. This wealth is what Mr. Mehta is giving. So once again, on behalf of generations of law students and all of you, my thanks to him. All of you are now likely to go into one of the most respected. Madam Durgambini Patel in her address quoted Justice Krishna Iyer. He used to be an icon. He was a judge of the Supreme Court. When we were students, she quoted him and recalled that you're going into one of the most respected and equally one of the most well-paid professions of India and perhaps of most countries in the world. I'm sure you're looking forward to it, and all of you have my congratulations. I have some thoughts for your consideration. In the celebratory mood that you are today, I'm not sure how much of it is going to sink. I will make my attempt to convey some lessons that I have learned in my life, and perhaps very briefly, in addition to all the advice that you got, maybe some little bit of advice from a person who graduated in law exactly 42 years ago. It's surprising, despite the lapse of 42 years, a lot of the advice that we got, and the person who came and spoke to us when we were leaving the law school was Mr. Parasharan, who subsequently became Attorney General of India and more recently argued the Ayodhya dispute before the Supreme Court, a very celebrated, very cerebral lawyer, and a lot of the lessons and those advice perhaps are valid. I intend today to speak about 4 themes, and themes that I think are professionally relevant for the careers that you will get into, and very briefly, as I said, offer some advice. Let me start with the first of my 4 themes. I'm sure that the law program that you did here covered all the traditional laws and the law subjects like constitution, criminal law, law of torts, contracts, and perhaps more recent laws like the information technology or general technology law, anti-money laundering, all of that. Yet, given the present design of these law programs, I personally feel that all of you have a gap in your knowledge, and this gap is about the world. There are two aspects to this. Let me start with the first one. Law is just the code that governs state coercion. Everything that happens in reality is about this world. You therefore need to greatly tool up on concepts of humanities and social sciences. If you were doing law in a developed country, or the India that I grew up in, you would have perhaps had a liberal arts education and then gone into law. Believe you me, this is a gap that you have to fill. In addition to being greatly relevant for whatever you choose to do in life, it's also great fun to read history, political science, economics, and learn about the world and learn about people. The second aspect of this gap is deep domain knowledge in the field that you choose to specialize in is a must, an absolute must today for professional success and personal fulfillment. If you're going to practice finance, you need to deeply know finance. The key message of both these aspects is that law can seldom be understood or applied as a stand-alone field. It is deeply intertwined with various aspects of society. It is inherently interdisciplinary. I have, in my professional life, been part of collaborative exercises, and my experience till about 4 years ago was entirely in government. And so I'm talking about collaborative exercises in government to address very complex issues, whether they be in skill development, land, finance, municipal management. But the clear takeaway from that is well-rounded and effective legal frameworks get developed only when insights from various disciplines are integrated. Stand-alone knowledge very often is not the complete answer. I'll illustrate this with one example from finance. In the year 2005, I joined the Government of India in the Ministry of Finance as a joint secretary. These are designations that some of you may be familiar with. It's the person who heads what is called a division, and I headed the division of capital markets, the division in the Ministry of Finance that deals with securities markets, foreign exchange, and things like that. This meant administering in government legislations like the SEBI Act, the Securities Exchange Board of India Act, the Reserve Bank of India Act, the Securities Contracts Regulation Act, the Foreign Exchange Management Act. And the position also meant that I was the Ministry of Finance nominee on the governing board of the SEBI, the Securities Exchange Board of India. Now recall, the core of this work is finance. The core of this work is not law, the core is finance. So let's take a real world question. Sitting in Bombay, you're familiar with investors who are likely to be subscribing to initial public offers, industries and businesses that do a public raising of capital, companies that do a public raising of capital by an IPO. Similarly, take something like a mutual fund. All of us or a lot of us hand over our savings to people who manage them collectively and invest and maximize returns for us. What are the incentives that govern, that regulate, that motivate a mutual fund manager? Now, these are all core questions in financial economics. And you need deep knowledge of the underlying theories, principles of financial economics, principles of behavior. Once you master answers to these questions, understand these principles, the work of the legal practitioner starts after you've mastered these core underlying principles of economics. And what does this result in? Something that you must have dealt with in your class or in your internships. The SEBI issue of capital and disclosure regulations of 2018 is a legal instrument, but what does it capture? It captures all these deep theories of financial economics, behavioral economics, and markets. So the lawyer who does not have the required background knowledge of financial economics, and equally the financial economist who does not have knowledge or training in law, will both end up being suboptimal. It was the experience of many years of this kind of work which led me to work on and get the approval of the Union Cabinet, and I'm talking about the year 2010-11, to constitute a body called the Financial Sector Legislative Reforms Commission. The commission was headed by somebody the law school is very familiar with. He's very close to this law school. It was headed by Justice Sri Krishna, who used to be a member of the Mumbai High Court, subsequently a judge of the Supreme Court. Equally interesting, or perhaps more interesting, unlike other bodies that draft law, Justice Sri Krishna's co-members in the commission were professionals and economists, including a gentleman called Dhirendra Swarup, who had been the pensions regulator of India, Professor Govind Rao, who is a public finance specialist, head of the National Institute of Public Finance and Policy, Professor of Economics Jayant Verma, who is currently a member of the Monetary Policy Committee of the RBI, a gentleman called Jayendra Nayak, again a Bombay person, who subsequently headed the Axis Bank, Yasdi Malegam, who is a member of the RBI board, many others, but the point I'm making is the FSLRC ended up writing an outstanding legal report because of this combination of domain knowledge of law, constitution, and capabilities in finance and economics. I can multiply this with many stories. The Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, with which I was involved before I left the Ministry of Finance in 2014, it's an activity which all of you will probably get drawn into. It's one of the hottest areas of practice in India. Till then, the Indian insolvency and bankruptcy practice was almost entirely ignorant of basic economics and what is the whole purpose of dealing with a failed business enterprise. Knowledge of economics, knowledge of finance that went into a commission headed by the former Law Secretary T.K. Vishwanathan led to the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, which is finally beginning to unlock a lot of value in failed enterprises. So the call to you is try and sort of acquire expertise in whichever is your chosen domain. Let me move to my second theme. worm's eye view in one contract or one litigation is what most of us do most of the time. We are transactional practitioners, and we will do one activity, one contract, one case at a time. But remember to continuously zoom out and think bigger. Law shapes incentives, and people's behavior changes on account of law, on account of these incentives. Learn to see the invisible effects. For each one case, there are 1,000 people, probably more, who will change their behavior. And this is the larger story of legal effects. It's easy to read a sentence in law and litigate or contract around it, but it's very difficult to visualize, to imagine what is the correct sentence which will have the desired effect. Here, you must be alive to this notion, which is well sort of understood in public policy. It's called the theory of unintended consequences. There's a very famous story about the capital, when Delhi was being established as a capital in 1910 or thereabouts, moving from Calcutta, and that area, the Raisina Hill area where the British chose to locate the capital, used to be surrounded by small, not very big, but small forests, and that place apparently was infested with snakes. So they had to constantly fight the problem of cobras and all kinds of snakes which would come and trouble them. So they decided to sort out this problem by announcing an award on whoever produces a dead snake would be given some monetary reward, some financial reward. And guess what it led to? It led to a whole lot of people setting up snake farms, breeding them, killing them, producing them to get the award, because it was cheaper to breed, kill, get the award. So the scheme achieved the exact opposite of what it wanted to achieve. Instead of reducing snakes, it actually ended up increasing the population of snakes. So be very mindful, and particularly in public policy and law, of the theory of unintended consequences. But this larger idea of impact and legal effects, let me elaborate on this with two sub-ideas and a couple of examples. Number one, you don't necessarily have to be the number one for you to make an impact. And the number 2 point is that your view at that point in time may not be the mainstream view, may be the minority view. If it's well reasoned and you're convinced that it is the right view, don't hesitate to advance it because it's the minority view. Let me illustrate the first with an example from Bombay. I'm sure many of you have read about Justice Muhammad Karim Chagla. He was a judge here and became Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, and very famous for his lovely autobiography called Roses in December. I still recall that lovely dedication that he had in this book. He called it Roses in December, and he quotes an English poet. He says, God gave us memory so that we could have roses in December. Justice Chagla perhaps is a judge whose impact on Indian jurisprudence is far, far more than a number of Chief Justices of India, a number of judges of the Supreme Court, far, far disproportionate to what you would expect a judge of the High Court or a Chief Justice. So, like him, I can think of many examples, but what I want to emphasize is being an attorney gives you a greater opportunity than most other professions to have an impact on people's lives. And the way to achieve that may not always be in positions that are visible to the public. It can come in the form of being a policy researcher. It can come in the form of being a not-for-profit attorney. It can come in the form of many other positions, including legal journalists. How many of us remember the name of even one of the lawyers in the Harshad Mehta scam? But we all remember the journalists who not only exposed the shenanigans, but also highlighted the legal violations. So there are many ways in which professions that are not entirely considered as mainstream that you can do impactful work. Let me illustrate this with a second example, the view relating to not being in the mainstream. The current number 2 in the Supreme Court, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, is a name that you'll all be familiar with. His uncle was a very, very famous and highly regarded judge of the Indian pantheon. It's Justice H.R. Khanna. You may be aware that he was a very outspoken, very bold judge, and a bulk of his life's work was spent in writing dissents. You will recall Justice Ginsburg of the US Supreme Court, who talked about dissent being jurisprudence currently in exile. But it is serious jurisprudence. Justice Khanna wrote the famous dissent in ADM Jabalpur, the emergency habeas corpus case of 1976. The main view is yet to be overturned, and the Justice Khanna view is yet to become formally mainstream. But given what we saw, the indications in Puttaswamy, I think it's not very far away that this will be ripe for review. His dissent continues to be, I think, a guiding star in the Constitution of India. He, incidentally, many of you may know this, in Keshavananda Bharati, though he is seen as concurring, he actually wrote a separate opinion where he actually took a very nuanced position. He took the position that constitutional amendments are not law, which is the majority view, but they are still subject to some judicial scrutiny, and notwithstanding the many problems with this, it continues to be an important opinion, and I think it's an opinion that will matter for a long time to come. And while on the topic of Keshavananda Bharati, let me give one more example and move on to my third theme. And this point is, in this city, in a very famous law lecture called the Kashinath Trayambak Telang Memorial Lecture, KT Telang Memorial Lecture, which is a very celebrated lecture in Mumbai. It's an endowment lecture. Professor P.K. Tripathi, at that point in time, a little known academic, he was subsequently Dean of the Allahabad Law School. He was a professor of constitutional law in the Delhi Campus Law Center. He delivered this lecture in Mumbai, a very famous lecture titled Golaknath, a Critique, which subsequently also became a celebrated publication, which is the bedrock of the Keshavananda Bharati opinion. Seldom acknowledged, at least not in judicial circles, but very well recognized in academic circles. The first academic researcher who became a member of the Law Commission. So the short point is, you don't have to be even in office to make an impact on serious public policy. So whichever areas of profession that you choose to get into, remember, your impact will be far, far beyond transactions. My quickly moving on, third theme is both professional and personal. you will make a lot of money. It may not be the case today, but believe you me, you will. But remember, you are first and foremost an officer of the court, and this demands very high ethical standards. There are lawyers who end up giving transactional advice to a lot of quote-unquote people doing undesirable activities. Keeping aside the professional commitment to represent any client, I think one needs to retain strong ethical standards in whatever you choose to do and get ready to face and handle moral dilemmas. My last theme is that you need to understand your life and influence in the larger context, which is all about rule of law. George Bolt said it way back in 1958, and I think I can do no better than quote him. The term rule of law, like the phrases love of God and brotherhood of man, is a short and simple expression of one of the most sublime concepts that the mind and the spirit of the man has yet achieved. As persons of law, you need to understand, exactly as Bolt said it, it is a sublime concept of the mind, and it in practice plays out in innumerable ways, but this needs to be embedded in the DNA of each of you. Because if India will make progress and grow into a thriving, democratic, developed country with rule of law, you are the person that will shape it and that will matter. Otherwise, you will become irrelevant. The niceties of law will not matter. So you have individually, each one of you, have a serious skin in the game. You have to be the greatest votaries and defenders of freedom and rule of law in the country. And, it's my lament that too often people read the law believing it to be the only viable state of affairs. They sort of, unlike students, they stop, as practitioners, they stop questioning laws after a point. You, notwithstanding your sort of vested interest as transactional lawyers who benefit by status quo, need to constantly question state of affairs if they are suboptimal, and do that with this overwhelming presence of brooding presence, as they say in one of the Supreme Court judgments, of rule of law. This is sort of, in a sense, deeply linked to the first point of law being interdisciplinary in thinking. Reading other disciplines makes one much more alert about what in the law makes sense, what in a larger context will constitute rule of law, and what will not. Now, concluding, taking advantage of my position today and my age, I just want to give you some actionable, very brief advice. Whether you are in private practice or otherwise, it's critical to internalize the importance of, and I'm glad Madam's oath actually covered a lot of this, internalize the importance of integrity, transparency, and accountability. This is regardless of which profession you are in. It's not necessarily confined to being a judge or being a civil servant, private practitioner of criminal law in the lowest hierarchical criminal courts, or a constitutional lawyer. This is important for all of us. Professionally, it's also good to remember the value of building a strong professional network and finding mentors along the way. Experience is a great teacher, and your seniors and others with a lot of life experience and knowledge, and who faced and dealt with situations very similar to what you're facing now, are persons that you need to talk to and benefit from. It's a good idea, therefore, to reach out to respected and responsive seniors. Likewise, as somebody who, at the age of 40, decided to go back and write the common admission test of the Indian Institutes of Management and go back to education, I can assure you that continuing education and constantly updating yourself is even more of a sort of a demand today than it was in my times. Let me now conclude this address like I started, with a Sanskrit verse from the Narada Smriti. And it's very closely linked to the theme that I spoke about. Dharmascha arthascha kirtischa lokapanktirupagraha prajabhyo bahumanam cha swargasthanam na cha shashvatam. Narada is addressing a king and advising the king that a king who adheres to dharma, what in the Indian constitution we would call rule of law, will have the following 7 outcomes. A, dharma itself; artha, which is wealth; fame, goodwill of all his subjects; imprint in the minds of justice seekers; respect of people; and finally, a permanent name among the galaxy of famous personalities. Dharma is the righteous path. Please stick to it. And as the Upanishads said, Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dharma, namely rule of law, protects those who protect it. All the best to all of you. Thanks very much for this very patient hearing. Good luck to you.
Thank you so much, sir. We have been truly enriched by your address today. Thank you so much. Now, I would request Mr. Naman Shah, President, Student Council 2023-24, to give a valedictory speech.
Hello. Yeah. Firstly, good morning, everyone. Thank you, sir, for that inspiring speech. Second, I don't know, like, they asked me to give a valedictory speech, they asked me to be inspiring, but I don't think I can inspire this lot. You all yourselves have been extremely inspiring for me. Coming to this speech itself, it marks a significant milestone in our lives that we've now finished 5 years of law school. We're now officially lawyers. Can you believe it? These people I have fought with, people I have hugged, people I have, for that matter, kicked out, are now lawyers. People eligible to kick me out of their offices. Let me say one thing. All 180 of you all, there is at no point in time I have not considered you all family. And 5 years spending this very time with this family has been nothing short of just love, and love. At any moment in time, say these events we participated in or we organized, Parakram, Miraki, IMC, CADRC, Quizrit, Legal Aid, Pehchan, Law Review, Pubcom. Oh God, the amount of inside jokes I could crack right now, and I'd have one corner of the room laughing at some point in time saying, oh God, yeah, this is the joke. It's at any moment in time, say tear-jerking for me to go back to those memories. I keep going through my Google Photos every now and then saying, I miss law school. Why did I do this in Parakram? why? And I kid you not, there have been times where I have been extremely jealous of you guys, man. Extremely jealous of you guys, especially when some of you are like, every time I'm reading about a moot on LinkedIn, there's some person from my batch in New York, someone in Belgium, someone in Poland, and I'm like, me when, man? It's really like, I was of course very proud of you all, but at the same time a little bit jealous. Now coming to the pandemic, I personally am supremely thankful to a bunch of you all who came forward, helped me out, say give out resources during the pandemic, as well as start an NGO that still provides vaccinations to people. Supremely thankful to each one of you all. And your dedication to service has been unmatched. I've seen this throughout law school, outside law school as well. Koi na koi, anyone's in, be outside these 180 people, anyone's ever in a need, I have to make one call to someone of you all, and you all will come to help. And that's I think you all genuinely deserve a round of applause for that. Um, to the faculty members sitting here, and to those not present, I genuinely am sorry for all the pain that we've caused you. I understand we yap a lot, we talk a lot, we fought with you all a lot. For that matter, we've cracked a lot of jokes. But we promise you, all 180 of us love you like family. We've seen our parents in you all. We've seen, see, ek hota hai they say faculty is God, but for us, you all are family. And I think I'm supremely thankful to have such faculty members who taught me. And I in no way would ever want to lose contact with any of you all. As coming back to you guys, how do I say this? But as such, I'd met this person who once told me that it doesn't matter where you come from, but it rather matters what friends you have. And I think this batch of people especially is the strongest network I've ever made in my life. And I'm supremely thankful to each one of you all. Hey, मेरे को मत भूलना guys, please. थोड़े partner बनोगे, सब करोगे. Don't forget me, please. Yeah, I'm going to come knocking. Remember this. I have nephews and nieces who would want to get into law, and they would love a partner connect. Now coming to the challenges. Online. 2 years of online law school. Hey, where are the 17 people I logged in for? Raise your hands, come on. Own up. You're welcome. But yeah, honestly speaking, online law school was one of the most fun times we've had. Those were challenging times for everyone, including our faculty members who kept trying to get us to turn our cameras on. But at the same time, you all made it fun for all of us. Some of you all had dogs, you all put on dog shows. Some of you all had sunglasses, you all put on sunglass shows. I really don't understand most of it, but I loved every part of it. All of you all have emerged as top-notch law graduates. I really don't believe that any one of you all is without mention, or for that matter, without adulation. And honestly speaking, be it months, debates, moots, arbitrations, mock arbitrations, anything, you all have aced every spear, and I am supremely, supremely proud of each one of you all. I think I've spoken a lot about the past. Let's come to the future. As legal professions, I don't need to say much. All of you all are literally one of the best people I've seen. But speaking outside the legal profession, there's some of you all, if I tell you all to do a business, you all will do a business. If I tell you all, say, you all can become leaders of this country, of course you all can become leaders of this country. Or for that matter, if I ask you all to become government servants, of course I can see a few of you all becoming government servants. At this moment in time, I don't think there is any feat this batch cannot achieve. So I think you all deserve a genuine round of applause for being this inspirational for me especially. Coming to a more personal standpoint, I have my own, battles I've fought, but as such, one thing I've learned is that growth and healing isn't a linear process, and this is thanks to this batch. I kid you all not, there have been times where I've been down and out, and this batch is the one that has uplifted me. Just looking at your smiling faces, coming up, hugging me, telling me, oh, it's all going to be all right, and it has genuinely helped. So I think when we talk about growth not being a linear process, we need to add the very point that if the people around you are conducive to that growth, it's just going to be up and up. And I think this batch is testament to that fact. In the past 25 years I've spent on God's green earth, I think I've learned just one thing. People can be replaced, relationships can be torn apart, but the impact they leave on your lives is everlasting. The mannerisms, the memories, the lifestyle all form a part of our life that we lead, even though people aren't part of that. So for us too, I think all of us will be going our separate ways, some in Delhi, some in Bombay, some in Singapore, some in London, some in New York for that matter, some across the world. I don't know much about most people, I'm sorry. But at the same time, I think we will all carry a part of this batch in our hearts, in our minds, and in our mannerisms, of course in our lifestyles as well. We're still going to crack that inside joke thinking someone from the back is going to laugh. It's going to happen, guys. Give it a year or so, it will happen. And I think I can't continue further without tearing up, because every moment of nostalgia I've spent in this college is part of, say, in Inside Out, they call it a core memory. Yeah, a core memory for me. So at any moment in time, every time I think about this batch, all that comes to my eyes are tears. So Steve Jobs once in his valedictory address said, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." A line that stuck with us so hard that at this moment in time, I can promise you, if I tell someone to eat, each one of you is going to eat in the auditorium at the back of the class, in new places, not the canteen, multiple cafes across Juhu, or for that matter, in front of the teacher. So yeah, that's there. And I'm not going to tell you all a goodbye because I promise you all I'm going to keep meeting each one of you at any moment in time. I'm just going to pop out in front of your office and say, "Come down, meet me right now." So yeah, that's there. And we're going to be, of course, around each other, sometimes as co-workers, sometimes across the table on in a negotiation, but it's always going to be fondness in our heart that lasts long. And I think the only way to put testament to this batch is this one line that I've thought of, which is that we came, we saw, we submitted at 11:59 p.m. and we left. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Naman. Now I quickly call President and Vice President of Student Council 2024-25 to take you to the journey of this 5 years. So I call Soumya and Utkarsh.
Very good morning
Thank
to
you,
each
ma'am.
one on the dais and to our
Faculties,
faculties, parents, and our dearest seniors. Welcome back.
Zakir Khan said कि मजा जगह से नहीं आता है लोगों से आता है. You all have made this college a home for us and for all the batches that will come along later. Words cannot signify how each one of you has left an indelible mark on this college and contributed to its legacy. We only hope that we become capable enough to uphold it someday. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and so many words have already been spoken, poems read out for your farewells. But we present to you a small token of our love and gratitude. One last time, with abundant love, the Student Council.
Let's take a moment to look back and cherish these moments that we have created in last 5 years in this law school. वो कहते हैं ना, कुछ लोग जिंदगी में इस कदर असर कर जाते हैं कि टूटे हुए शीशों में भी साबुत नजर आते हैं. Some people come in our lives and leave their footprints onto our hearts, and we are never ever the same. Thank you so much for all the support, guidance, and memories. We will look upon to you. Thank you so much.
And we will call you for internships. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
come to crush for you. Oh, what a thing to do, 'cause you were all yellow.
Thank you so much, Student Council. As we draw this memorable convocation ceremony to a close, I have the distinct honor of extending our deepest gratitude to those who have made this event possible and successful. I, on behalf of NMIMS KIRIT MEHTA School of Law, would like to pay my gratitude to our respected Chancellor Shri Amrish Bhai Patel, Vice Chancellor Dr. Ramesh Bhatt, Pro VCs Dr. Maiskar and Dr. Meena Chintamaneni, Registrar Dr. Daptardar, Mentor Harshal Shah, Dean Dr. Durgambani Patel, and all the dignitaries for their visionary leadership and unwavering support. We are profoundly grateful to all our academic and non-academic staff for their relentless commitment to excellence in teaching, mentoring our graduates, and for their hard work behind the scenes. I'm very thankful to all the parents. Your encouragement, sacrifices, and unwavering support have been a source of strength for our graduates. Today's achievements are as much a testament to your love and dedication as they are to the hard work of our students. Thank you for believing in them and for being here to share this momentous occasion. I would like to pay my gratitude to our graduates for their hard work, resilience, and determination which have brought you to this significant milestone. As you step into the next chapter of your lives, remember the values and the skills you have acquired. We are incredibly proud of your achievements and confident in your future success. And lastly, to our wonderful volunteers, your enthusiasm and tireless efforts have made this event a resounding success, from organizing logistics to ensuring every detail was attended to. Your contribution has been invaluable. Thank you for your selfless service and dedications. As we conclude this celebration, let us carry forward the spirit of achievement and the values we hold together. We have made this day truly memorable. Before Dean Ma'am declare this ceremony closes, I just want to say that खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि खुदा खुद तुझसे आके पूछे बता तेरी रजा क्या है. You are the maker of your destiny, and you have the power to change it. So today you have got your wings. So we wish you fly high with open heart. Congratulations once again. Now, I request Dean Ma'am to kindly declare the Convocation Ceremony 2023-24 closed.
So now the members of the Alumni Club of KPMSOL, so you are now our alumni, and so the relation is not over. It's a new journey has started. So congratulations and good luck to everybody. With the permission of the chief guest and the dais, I hereby declare that the convocating ceremony of KPMSOL for the 2024 is closed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So as ma'am has told, now you are the alumni of this college. So welcome to the Alumni Club and be connected with your alma mater. Now I request everyone present here to kindly stand for the national anthem and remain standing till the dignitaries leave the auditorium.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Thank you, everyone.